Ride the hallway, rock a bus. Walk my house, look like. Walk in, she gon' make it. I do damage, can't stand it. Psycho bandit, like it's Marilyn Manson. Got the cash advancing. You can spread it. Pull the out the pantry. Ain't fly, they looking dummy. I pop the. I look like a mummy. I'm getting this cash, it's Monday to Sunday. I guess you won't talk if it ain't about the money. My boys in the but they jump like a bunny. Got that ain't nothing funny. Up on the side and I keep it. If I gotta reach up, I'ma keep it. But it got a TV, hey. That boy like a BB, hey. You don't see me, hey. Push it like see me, hey. When it won't be me, hey.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. A couple of rivals going head-to-head here, Clark. You can feel the extra tension in the air.
No doubt about it. That heat is palpable. Everybody wants to be at their best and prove they're the superior team, but the fireworks and friction is real.
I mean, with his height and size, stopping Valanciunas just isn't an option sometimes. What a jam.
Outside Monk. Pass to Levine. Over Reeves. And that one comes up a bit short.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
The shot is good. Doncic making the play.
So good at seeing the floor. Doncic able to set up his open teammates.
Now Levine. Here's the three. Knocks down the triple.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Now Los Angeles with it. It's a three-point game. Well, Grant, the Kings, one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, B.A. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
And we're about a minute into the first. Doncic. Yep, count it. Doncic has got 5 points.
Doncic has it all, full package. Soft hands that time made the floater look easy.
Kept alive. Back to Monk. The deep three. Rebounded by the Lakers. Now Hachimura. And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Sabonis outside. Jacks up a three. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
You've got to at least honor the three-point shot from Sabonis. He's capable of knocking it down from there.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. On the wing, Reeves. Pass to James. Reeves with the ball. For three. They get it back. Hayes. Nice D from Sabonis.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
On the wing, Levine. There's the drive. Clock at 6. Inside. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has gotten his second bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Monk. Sabonis, left side. And he gets that one. Sabonis has got 5.
Love the unselfishness of Monk there. I mean, love seeing him find the open man.
And Doncic has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Trailing by 5. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
A minute 42 left in the first. Will it go? Rebound by Sacramento. And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with J.J. Redick.
He's been working with his assistant coaches, trying to devise a way to contain Zach LaVine. His ability to play well above the rim, coupled with the deep range, makes him a unique challenge to defend. They're going to try to keep him off balance by showing him different looks. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
Domantas Sabonis, so versatile, brings so much to his position. He scores, he passes, rebounds, and defends at a high level.
Outside Monk. A minute 9 left in the first. Gets the three to fall.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Hayes. Missed inside. Sacramento leading by 10. Here's LaVine for three. It's Hayes with the rebound. LaVine with a steal. Pass to Murray. Back to LaVine. This one for three. Doncic pulls down the board.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. On the wing, LaVine takes a three. Ooh, LaVine with another miss. Outside Reeves. 4 seconds left. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Good.
Nice work from Doncic, doing a good job finding a way to get it done inside.
Here's Monk. It's wide right, hits off the rim. Lakers trail by 4. Here's Doncic. Nice finish from Luka.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Here's Monk. Clark, what's incredible about LeBron? He makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on it.
B.A., I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing, how he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman, and he's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other folks and inspiring along the way.
Here's LaVine for three. Knocks it down from distance. LaVine's got 6.
Hey, he's one of the guys you don't want to give space to. LaVine can do a lot of damage from deep.
Kings ball.
Monk for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. On the wing, Hachimura. Still without a bucket. Got it.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Outside Monk. Pass to Levine. Levine takes off. Valanciunas with it. Nails it from 3. 7 points in the game.
That pass delivered to where Valanciunas could get into his shooting rhythm right off the catch.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. And here's Monk. Fires the 3. Fires in the triple. And now a 7-point Kings lead.
And Monk has excellent timing on the catch and shoot. Takes no time in getting it off once he catches the ball.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend. And now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
The Kings lead by 7. Outside Murray. The 3. Murray! Good from way out.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Doncic's shot is good.
Got it in deep, and that's how you do it.
And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings. On the wing, Levine. And the 3 off target. Man, the Kings have held tough, but it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Grant.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
From undrafted to closing games with LeBron and AD, Austin Reeves, what a story, Clark.
It really is a great story. I mean, this guy has just continued to prove the doubters wrong. Nobody's going to outcompete him. He's fearless. He's got great skill. Doesn't lack for confidence either. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
Well, you can see the athleticism there. I mean, Levine able to stop, gather, and pop in one fluid motion. I know it looked easy, folks, but that's athleticism and giftedness right there.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Hachimura with a rebound. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Left side Murray. The 3. Doncic grabs the miss. And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Outside Monk. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And so he hits the technical free throw.
The energy that Monk brings, I love it. I mean, when he's out on the floor, he's giving you everything he has.
And stolen by Reeves. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Drains the triple.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Down low. Here's Valanciunas.
That's a hard spot to be in as a defender now. Giving up that much height, very hard to protect the rim.
Zach LaVine, he's been the guy making things happen for the Sacramento Kings. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. We'll be right back with you shortly. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Boy, it sure is, B.A. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted.
Now wait.
Yo, me that like me you can never. Yo, me that like me you can never. Yo, me that like how I never. Yo, the shot it right forever.
Keep the bag, King Walker.
Let's go, 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 get some money, they playing. I told her take this and stop playing. I'm tired of buying jewelry, finna buy some land. They still trying to figure out who I am, who I be. Talking to the weed. They say money talk, put diamonds in my teeth. I be Louis down with Jordans on my feet. Rest up in your yard like trick or treat. You better play your cards right, you better not ever reach. For this chain over here, I put you. Yeah, I ripped that 5, but I put you. Let's go, 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 let's go.
Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. Banchero outside. And a miss there on the triple. How about Paolo Banchero, Coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
Yeah, sticking it to them inside. Good luck throwing Ayton off when he attacks like this.
Now Simons. Pass to Williams. Outside Sharp. Driving to the basket. Unable to get that one. Oh, nice D from Carter. And Suggs, here we go. The kick out to Banchero. Suggs outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
Simons outside. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Now here's Simons. Let's go with a three. Caldwell Pope pulls it in.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Suggs with the bucket.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Here's Simons. Ayton. Oh, and a dunk by Ayton.
My Lord, the agility on that size. Ayton's on another level.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Williams grabs the board.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
And so here is Orlando after the basket by Portland. Suggs surveys the D. That shot is off. Portland leading by 6. Outside Sharp. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Wagner. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Here's Caldwell Pope. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 in this game. And here's Portland. Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chauncey Billups. Allie, what do you have to say?
He said watching tape in preparation for this game, Wendell Carter just kept showing up. Whether it was on the boards, being in the right position defensively, or even stretching the floor at the offensive end. Carter makes a lot of plays that help his team. Brian?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Magic trail by 9. And it's Wagner missing.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Here's Black. Pass to Batase. Now Anthony. To halt the run. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Sharp with it. And Anthony picks him up defensively. And is blocked. Here we go, one-on-one. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And that was a big man play by Isaac. Going in with intention and dunking it.
Here's Williams. They shoot again. I won't go for him. Now 0 for 2. Pass to Black. And here's Wagner. Anthony outside. Here's the three. The shot no good. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Portland ahead. They lead by 12. And the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Boy, the Trailblazers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
I see him.
And Caro outside. Pass to Anthony. Here's Black. He's covered by Simons. Shot clock at 6. They get it again. Anthony with it. Here's Black. No points so far. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. Portland leading by 12.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony.
Wow!
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Simons. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And it's blocked. He keeps control of the ball. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Black. Magic trail by 16. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you. And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Making a change here. Trailblazers lead by 14. Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
Snatched up. Pass to Suggs. Tries again. And it's good on the layup. Suggs has got 6.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Henderson. To the left side wing. Now here's Sharp. He's covered by Suggs. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And Stan, the league questioning the use of load management. I know you've wondered if it can even hurt conditioning.
There's no question, Brian. Look, since the age of load management has come into the NBA, injuries are up, not down. I think players have been deconditioned, and that's even before you get into the need of guys playing together more to gain a rhythm and an on-court chemistry. You know, like actually playing basketball together.
A novel idea. Drops in the 3.
Yeah, Klingon is a smart player with underrated passing skills, not just a big body out there.
Pass to Suggs. The 3 from Banchero. Ooh, Banchero with the touch from deep.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Avdia. Henderson for three. And again, it's Portland with a three.
The response from Scoop in answer three. What a back and forth. Oh, my.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Let's hear it for you. Substitution on the court.
Magic trail by 15. Pass to Wagner. Now Suggs. Chalk up two there. Suggs has got 8.
Yeah, fantastic focus from Suggs. Showing toughness, fighting through the contact.
Now here's Avdia. Henderson left side. Back to Avdia. Pass to Henderson. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Yeah, and Henderson has got some hops for sure. You cannot let him get to the rim.
Now Suggs. Over Henderson. Suggs, no good.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Here's Thibault. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wagner on the wing. Outside Carter. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Orlando shooting their first free throws of the game now. That one misses. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And here's Thibault. Yet to see a basket. Here's Batase. Pass to Caldwell Pope. That three's off the mark. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. Defense is setting the tone. Back to the game after this break. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And you watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college growing.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
Yeah, this is something we might see Banchero work on, improving his ability to knock away shots.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Henderson misses.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
They swipe it. Outside Thibault. Henderson with it. Now Carter defending. Pass to Kamari. Henderson with it. 6 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. That doesn't go either for Henderson. Magic trail by 13. Here's Banchero. Bumped and finishes. Great stuff from Banchero.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
Pass to Kamari. Over Wagner. Again, the miss by Portland. Here's Suggs. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Carter from outside. Portland with a rebound. Pass to Kamari. To the right side. Here's Clingan. It's Avdia on the wing. To the paint. They still need this. And he dunks it down.
Yeah, be careful. Clingan kid bring down the house.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. 11-point game. Banchero outside. The floater. And Clingan pulls it down. So it's Portland now. Here's Avdia. Caldwell Pope pulls it in.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
On the wing, Suggs. 12 points for him. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Kicks it out to Wagner. Dybel with a steal. Pass to Kamari. The three ball. The shot off that time. Magic trail by 11. Pulls up. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Wagner. Suggs outside. Batase with a screen. Suggs with the bucket.
Yeah, once Suggs gets hot, he's not easy to stop, especially when he's getting whatever shot he wants.
Here's Benton. 59 seconds left in the third. And it's all from three-point range. Magic trail by 11. On the wing, Suggs. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Henderson, right side. Pass to Kamari. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Henderson misses.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak. Well, credit the defense there. Bothered him enough that he couldn't get it to go down.
Here's Suggs. Here's Batase. And so it's Portland with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game.
Magic 29. Fourth quarter.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Orlando with the ball. They trail by 9. Pass to Banchero. Here's Black. With the teardrop. And that one, good. Black's got his first 2 points. Trailblazers lead by 7. Outside for Grant. Now here's Simons. Basket's good.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Simons with a steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Counted from distance. Simons has got 5 points in the quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And it's Simons with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. 17 points was their biggest margin. Right side Sharp. Another 3 for Portland. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
On the wing, Simons. There's the triple. Ooh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on Jalen Suggs.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
The Magic making a switch here. Coach, you talk about guys who are always upping their game. How about Anthony Simons?
Well, Brian, I feel like he's one of the truly under-the-radar scorers in this league. He's put in a lot of time and work, never satisfied with himself or his game, and he just keeps getting better.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer it home.
Pass to Wagner. From deep. Williams grabs the board. Trailblazers lead by 14. 3-pointer Sharp. That shot missing. Caldwell Pope for 3. Portland with a rebound. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Here's Sharp. Simons outside. Takes the 3.
Ya llegó el fin de semana, prendas de marca italiana. Voy a pistear con la plebada y nunca me llega sana. A veces, pero siempre. De Marruecos es el y ella es sudamericana. Va a romper la discoteca, teca, 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 teca. Va a romper la discoteca, teca, 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 teca. Va a venir toda a sacarnos como lo de. La discoteca, teca, 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 ta romper la discoteca, teca, 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 ta romper la disco, la, va a romper la disco, la, ta romper la disco, contra la puerta y se rompe. vuelve loco bailando el dembow. No es de la calle, but baby, you know. Siempre estoy y ella está low. Vamos pa' encima cambiándote clima. Tú estás aquí, tú solo en China. Yo sé que tú no tienes disciplina. Si vamos a hacer algo, traje. Como me mira, súper picante como de Argentina. Cara de modelo, cuerpo de asesina, divina. Tiene 10 cargos encima. Va a romper la discoteca, teca, 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 teca. Va a romper la discoteca, teca, 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 teca. Va a venir toda la pa' sacarnos estamos loading. Va a romper la discoteca, teca, 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 teca. Va a romper la discoteca, teca, 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 teca. Va a romper la disco, la, 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 la. Va a romper la disco, la, 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 la. Va a romper la disco, la, la, la.
I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight. Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Harden with a bucket.
It's impressive how Harden makes room inside. He finds a way to navigate the shots.
Now here's Tatum. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Leonard. Harden surveying the D. Just 5 on the clock. The floater. And it's laid up and in by Leonard.
Oh, how about the floater from Kawhi? Nice touch.
Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Pass to Jones. Off target from three-point range.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Poor rim. Tatum plays with such an edge.
Outside Bogdanovich. Brown with the steal. Tatum with it. Harden picks him up. Basket's good.
Yeah, the way Tatum shares the ball really completes his package.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Moments ago, Tyronn Lue and I were able to chat. We discussed just how difficult Jason Tatum is to guard and what he wants his team to do against him. And Coach told me he's a very talented and polished player. I told our guys to stay in front of him, don't fall for the pump fakes, play smart and under control. It's easier said than done, but we'll see if they're up to the task. Guys, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Now, we know he can hit threes, but Kristaps showing he can slam it too.
Boston leading by 6. It's Brown on the wing. And stolen by Leonard. Here's Harden. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And just a quick reaction from Harden. He sees the opportunity, he gets out on the break, and snags the points in transition.
Now here's White. Pass to Porzingis. Lays it up and banks it in. Porzingis has got 6 points.
Check out Porzingis' energy. He's just relentless on both ends of the court.
Outside Harden. Outside Bogdanovich. Harden with it. He's covered by Holiday. Outside Harden. Fires in the triple. He's got 7.
He's never shy to let it go from three-point range. Harden wants to make the D's job as tough as possible.
Here's White with the drive. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul of the game. 1:02 left in the first quarter of the game. Jones from outside. And Los Angeles, another 3.
Everyone knows Harden is a talented passer. He can really rack up those assists.
Pass to Holiday. Back to Tatum. Puts the move on. And he lays it up and in.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Inside. Here's Jones. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Wow. Pretty much an unbelievable slam there, B.A.
And you got that right. Outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. Left side Porzingis. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Off target with the 3. Outside Harden. Pass to Leonard. He nails it, and we're tied.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Shooting from Austin, Jaylen Brown. Shooting 2.
He makes 1 or 2 that time. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's the Celtics
16,
up by 1.
The Celtics 17.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed, and now they're postseason regulars in the league.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Outside Jones. Bogdanovich on the wing. Outside Harden. Jones from outside. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Jones has got 8 points.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
On the wing, Harden. 7 points in the game. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Holiday. Back to Jones. 5 to shoot. Bogdanovich up top. Here's Harden. Porzingis grabs the board.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Here's Horford. Horford gets it done inside.
Yeah, the moment Horford has the rock down low, good night. I mean, just too many moves from the vet.
Outside Harden to the middle. Here's Zubac. Yep, that one's good. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Leonard for 3. Rebound Boston. Tatum with it. Harden picks him up to the inside. And Holiday powers it home.
I mean, what an athletic play for Holiday. Showing up the defense with a jam.
It's stolen by Holiday.
2 minutes remaining.
Horford outside. Right side Porzingis. Fires from the wing. Jones grabs the board.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
And coach, a perennial all-defense performer, Drew Holiday, fearsome at that end of the floor in particular.
Yeah, Brian, he's as good a defensive guard as there is. Great size and strength at the point guard spot. You combine that with his IQ and his competitive will, he is a problem on a nightly basis.
Boston leading by 8. Holiday from long range. Drains the triple. Holiday's got 7.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
3-pointer, Harden. They get it back. Outside Bogdanovich. And that time also a missed shot. KP to the